What's up, everybody? Texas just escalated its war on illegal hemp sales. Governor Greg Abbott ordered the Department of Public Safety to crack down on vape and smoke shops violating state law, and he's not playing around. Businesses can expect undercover operations, targeted inspections, and in some cases, even criminal charges. Here's what's happening and what it means for the hemp industry in Texas. So on October 7th, 2025, Governor Abbott issued a new directive. He ordered DPS to increase surveillance and enforcement against any vape or smoke shop breaking Texas law. Abbott's message was clear. He said, quote, "Texas will protect children from dangerous hemp products." And this isn't just talk, because DPS, they're already moving. The state's Criminal Investigations Division will conduct targeted operations to identify shops of concern. Then they'll work with state, local, and even federal partners to perform inspections. And if they find violations, you can bet it'll get serious. So here's how this works. DPS special agents will use findings from inspections to launch undercover operations. They're looking for any unlawful activity, and if they find it, they'll initiate criminal investigations. The DPS Crime Lab will test any seized product. They're checking if products meet the legal definition of hemp. Cannabis with no more than 0.3 THC by dry weight. And then comes the hammer. Special agents can bring charges against employees and shop owners who violate Texas law. The likelihood of getting a warning or a fine first is slim. Bad actors should expect full-on criminal charges. So how do we get here? Let's back up. This all started with the executive order Abbott signed GA-56 on September 10th, 2025. Abbott issued the order after the Texas legislature couldn't agree on hemp regulation. Lawmakers debated a total ban for months. Both the House and the Senate passed it, but Abbott, he vetoed it. Then, Governor Abbott put it on the agenda for 2 special sessions, and still no deal. So Governor Abbott went around the legislature. His executive order directed 3 agencies to take immediate action: the Department of State Health Services, the Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission, and DPS. 2 agencies moved fast. Texas ABC adopted an emergency rule banning the sale of consumable hemp products to anyone under 21. That covers 60,000 businesses with liquor licenses, bars, restaurants, and even liquor stores. DSHS followed with the same rule for 8,000 licensed hemp retailers, smoke shops, gas stations, and online sellers. The rules are simple. Check ID and verify the customer is 21 or older. If you don't, you could lose your license. And advocates for the industry are glad to have age gating. They say it's good for the industry to show good faith because they don't want to sell to kids any more than lawmakers want them to. So if you run a vape or smoke shop in Texas, listen up. DPS is watching. They're conducting targeted operations. They're doing undercover buys. So if you're selling to minors, you're going to get caught. And if your products exceed 0.3% THC, you're going to get caught. And when you do, you're facing criminal charges. It won't just be against your business, it'll be you personally. DPS is leveraging all federal and local enforcement partnerships. That means DEA, FBI, and local police in a coordinated effort. A recent survey from a GOP pollster found that Texas voters, both Democrats and Republicans, oppose a total hemp ban. And there's a lot of concern about how far this goes. The head of the Texas Department of Agriculture recently pushed back against claims that Texas isn't complying with federal hemp laws. But he also signaled that changes are coming to measure total THC. And we all know that could hurt the industry. So the emergency rules last 120 days with an optional 60-day extension. Texas ABC plans to propose permanent rules at their November 18th meeting. They expect to adopt those rules in January of 2026. But Abbott's directive to DPS is already in effect. Inspections are happening now. Undercover operations are happening now. And criminal investigations are happening now as well. And this is just the beginning. Abbott's executive order also called for stricter labeling and testing requirements, better record keeping, and higher licensing fees to account for the increased enforcement. He wants a comprehensive regulatory framework, and he's not waiting for the legislature anymore. Texas is trying to regulate an industry that grew up faster than the law could keep up. Hemp became legal in 2018 under federal law, but states were left to figure out the rules on their own. And now, Texas is catching up. Governor Abbott bypassed the legislature. He issued an executive order and he mobilized state agencies. And now, he's unleashing DPS. This is a coordinated, aggressive enforcement strategy, and it's not going away. If you're a Hemp Law Group client, you've already had that protection in place. Our client agreements include initial defense of regulatory action. That means if the department comes after you for anything related to manufacturing, distributing, or selling hemp products, we're already on it. We'll correspond with the department on your behalf. We'll work to secure a favorable resolution for you as well, and we'll handle the initial stages of any regulatory action. This is included in our client agreement. You don't have to scramble. You don't have to find a lawyer. You're already covered. So what's the difference between proactive and reactive? It's the difference between having a lawyer ready to defend you and scrambling to find one when it's too late. So here's the bottom line. If you sell hemp products in Texas, you need to be compliant now. Check ID, verify age, and make sure that your products meet the legal definition of hemp, because DPS is coming. And if you're a Hemp Law Group client, you're already protected. Stay informed, stay compliant, and if you're not already a client, now's the time to get proactive, because Texas isn't playing games with hemp anymore.